Hey everyone, I wanted to let you know that I'm currently working on organizing some of my materials and engaged in a lot of activities this month of May 2025. There are some notable astrological transits happening, and I'll briefly explain what these are. We have a full moon in Scorpio on the 12th that is opposite of Uranus, that planet associated with shocking insights. And that same day, and this week leading up to it, Mercury, planet of communication, is in a square with Pluto, engaging Mars in a T-square as well in the days to follow. A lot of very intense changes are occurring, not just in the external realm of distractions, chaos, and illusions, but internally for many of us. And this is a time of deep questioning and of radical release, reversal, and purification. So with the Mercury influence being heightened, and also there's friction being created here with that mercurial influence, thoughts are turning over and around. Conversations are taking unexpected turns into previously unknown, unspoken territory. So this could be a time for consideration of previously unconsidered facts or facets of existence. And energetically, we might become more aware of spiritual forces and oppression due to the nature of the serpentine energy of Scorpio. Let me go back and say that Mercury is in a square with Pluto, which is the secondary ruler of Scorpio, and Pluto is the god of the underworld, and so has rulership over all of those things associated with death and transformation. And it can bring a lot of upheaval, but it can also bring some sort of revelation around certain things, as can the other outer planet Uranus. So it's definitely a very intense sort of month, especially in the middle of this month, but also toward the end of this month. The second big highlight in astrology, we have Saturn, the seventh planet, now about to move into Aries on the 24th of May, and that will begin a whole new cycle of this planet through the zodiac. It has been in Pisces for a couple of years. It retrogrades back into Pisces right at the start of September for the rest of this year, and then when moving forward next year, early next year, back into Aries. That will be truly the official launch into this new cycle, but we're going to have a taste of that this year. And it's a big deal because it's not just Saturn entering Aries, but the planet Neptune having newly just entered into the sign of Aries, and these two will be joining. I'm not going to go over that too much because I've already done that in a previous video or two, but I just wanted to touch on it, especially to inform as to what we can do to prepare for this transit, this new cycle. Remembering that Pisces is the final sign, the last of the 12 signs of the zodiac, where there has been a concentrated energy and focus for the past several months, and it is giving us an opportunity, as if to say this year, let's just say for the entirety of this year, we still have this opportunity to be done with certain patterns and cycles, or to at least consciously initiate that release of the patterns and connections that no longer serve us, and to become more aware of what we've been carrying, whether it's baggage, false ideas, the identification with certain things or ideologies that no longer serve us or reflect the emergence of our truer self, the truer version of ourself, how we've grown, how we've come to realize who we are, where we are, what we are doing. how we are relating, and so on and so forth. So that's on a very broad spectrum level. When it comes to health, I would also say this is a great time to really look at what kinds of patterns and habits and beliefs we're holding on to that is affecting us. And also, maybe it has to do with the need to make certain dietary changes, or the need to go on a fast or a detoxification program of some kind, because we're in that final stage, or we need to clear the slate so that we can get ready for a new sort of focus in our life. And if we don't clear our house, clear our psyche, or detoxify the body, it's going to be very hard. We're not going to have the energy to move forward. And so, again, there are different types of methods for different people in different situations. But I would highly recommend looking at what is the discomfort, what parts of the body are being affected, and drawing the parallels to certain emotional and mental patterns, and certain, again, it could be certain foods, and identifying, oh, this kind of, agitates my lungs, or this gives me indigestion, so I should probably stop eating this or stop drinking this. Or maybe actually I noticed that when I drink more water, I put a pinch of salt in there, I feel so much better. It clears the headache, these sorts of realizations, and then becoming, more dedicated and mindful about what we are feeding ourselves, how we are moving or not moving our bodies. And just, again, it's not just about the physical and the obvious. With Pisces, we really do need to look beyond what's obvious, beyond what's there, and to observe the bigger picture and make changes accordingly. This is what the sky is reflecting back to us right now in so many different ways. And so on that note, I just wanted to let you all know that I am working on the refinement of my materials and plans for the future, and things that I will be sharing. So during this process, there might not be as much output from me, but I just wanted you to know that is what I'm doing and working on. And I have for a while envisioned moving a lot of my material to another space other than YouTube, as a lot of people have grown tired of a lot of the different platforms such as Facebook, Instagram. There are different options now, and I'm looking into what those are, because I think that the work that I have, and some of the work that I haven't even shared yet, is more reserved for those of you who are taking the work seriously and respectfully. And even if you don't agree with everything I say and do, I certainly don't expect that, as I don't agree with everything that every channel that I'm subscribed to. I don't always agree with everything, but I still can learn a great deal, and I appreciate a lot of people's different input on things. But I want to keep a space that's more focused, because YouTube is now I'm kind of reaching my limit with how far I feel that I can go with it, at least on a regular basis. I still intend to share content here on YouTube, but I want to go deeper with certain topics that I consider topics that I don't really care to share with the general public, if you know what I mean. Thank you all for tuning in, and those of you who have been very genuine and supportive and interactive with me. I really appreciate you, and I hope that you have a great spring, the rest of this May into June. I'll probably have more to say even at the end of this month, but there's a lot going on. So again, I just wanted to let you know that, just in case you wondered about that brief silence. Cheerio.